Welcome to this video. Now we're going to look at how you create your online bio, post a request to have landlords find you instead of you looking for apartments. Turn it around, and also we're going to look in detail on the page Wg-Gesucht, which is one more really good homepage to find apartments in Germany. Let's get into it. The trick is to have landlords find you. So what we've done so far is actively searching for an apartment, and you have been looking for landlords. That is good, and that's still what the majority of you will use to find an apartment. But there is a second way to get your place, and you should use both of them. Like I said, actively searching is what almost everyone does. The problem is, as a landlord, you will get just flooded with email requests on your place. If you post a place online, you might get 50 requests or 100 requests, and it's just impossible to keep up with it. Remember who the people are and answer every one of them. So especially smaller landlords that are not a professional big company, they might actually look for people that put their name out there and said, hey, I'm interested in a place. Why don't you invite me to look at it? And this makes it much more easy for the landlord to find people that he or she thinks would be a good fit. And also it makes it much more comfortable for you, because instead of applying at so many places and then maybe have an apartment viewing with 10, 15 other people who are your competition, you will get invited maybe just by yourself or maybe with 2 other people, and it will be much easier to actually get the place. It's not guaranteed that this will work, obviously. So you still should do the active search, but add this and you double your chances. So the page we'll be looking at is Wg-Gesucht. This works for all kinds of apartments, furnished, unfurnished, flat shares. We're going to go into more detail on the page in a second. You should start this 2 to 3 months in advance, because the downside is it's not really quick and there's no guarantee that you will get a request right away. You probably will get one a little bit down the road, but not immediately. It's very important when you post your bio, your search request online, that you're personable. It's about you presenting yourself in the best light and still being likable. So this is not about putting up a picture of you in a suit with tie. Be likable, be in normal street clothes, just how you feel comfortable, and you try to connect on a personal level here. Describe in detail what apartment you're looking for. Describe yourself, very important. Name 2 or 3 hobbies, things you like to do, and the level of German and your purpose of stay. If your income situation is good, if you have stable income of any sort, with which you can finance the apartment, put it in there. If your income situation is a little bit more shaky, maybe just leave it out. And obviously, if you have special requirements that are an absolute must, then put them in there. If you have a cat and you're not sure if you're going to take it, or if the cat maybe stays with your parents in your home country, then don't put them in there, because you're just going to make it more complicated for the landlord and you to connect. If the landlord, for instance, doesn't like pets. So only put it in there if it's really a must for you. And then very important, update your bio every 2 weeks. At least I would recommend do it every week, actually. Okay, now this was just up front. Let's look at how the whole situation looks like when we're inside. So we're going to open up the page of Wg up here in the browser. And you can switch the language to English if that hasn't happened already. What you can do with Wg, it's really a great place for all types of apartments, like I said, furnished, unfurnished, or flat shares. Just enter the city you're interested in, the flats or houses, one-room flats, flat shares, whatever you're looking for, and go on an active search. That's the normal way we're doing it. Search for stuff, look for places, You can contact them like I described you in the video before, use the email template, and you can do it that way. But the real unique thing about Wg-Gesucht is to post a request and have landlords find you. For that, go under in the top left, request, hover over it, and this will pop up and you click on create a request. You will need to create an account with Wg-Gesucht. It's for free, very easy to do. I already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in. If you don't have it yet, then pause this video, sign up, and log in. Okay, once you're in, this is where you create your online bio, your search request. Like I said, everyone should do that as a second leg to stand on next to the active searches. The title of request should be descriptive, not too long, but get to the point of what you want. Could, for instance, put in American student looking for studio in Kreuzberg area. Boom. If you have more requests, then obviously put them in the title. Select the city where you're looking. It's a capital B. Select what category you're looking for, and here you can go on flat shares. You can look one room, bigger apartments, and even full houses, but this works for everything. Let's go with the one room flat for now in Berlin. And the rent type, most of the time long term will be the right selection for you. Click on continue. And then you can select the district. I would recommend you to go with any, unless you're 100% stuck on one. But for now, keep it open so as many landlords as possible will find you. Here, add text. This is very important. Describe yourself. Go through the PowerPoint, what we went through. Obviously, your requirements need to be in there. A little bit about yourself. You're trying to be personable. So a template is not really the best way to do this. You can obviously lean on the email templates that we have, but use your own words. You're trying to connect with the other party, the landlord or the roommates on the other side reading this. It's totally fine to write it in English. If you have enough space, just take the English text, Google Translate it, and put the German on the bottom. It's important that this comes from you and shows a little bit about your personality. So tell them what you like to do and put yourself in the best light possible and be yourself as much as possible. Enter the details regarding the property, your maximum rent, the minimum size in square meter, the house type. I would go with either, keep it wide. Furnished or unfurnished, depending what you want. Let's go with an unfurnished place for now. And the other requests, I would only add them, for instance, pets, if it's really necessary. You can add the languages you speak, how often you cook, if you will bring something special, like for instance, a dog, or if you plan to bring your grandma's piano, then put it in there, but you can leave that empty if not. Select some hobbies, although you already mentioned them, but still select some hobbies down there. Now, if you have a YouTube video of yourself, if you have a channel and there's one video that you just love about yourself, you think this portrays me, how I am in the best light, then put it in there by all means. It's a nice bonus, but not necessary. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Privacy settings. Very important that you select all users. You want to make it as easy as possible for landlords to find you. So select all users and don't restrict it too much. You're trying to be found, get out of the masses and have landlords find you. Photos. This is maybe the single most important part. Select 1 to 3 pictures that display you in the best light. So try to be somewhere in between application picture and party picture, right in the middle. You don't want to go with suit and tie and be too formal. but also maybe not hanging out on the beach with a beer can on your head or something like that. You know, try to be personable, likable, and select a picture that you really like, that you think that portrays you in a good light, and where people can see your face actually. And that's it. Click on publish, and you're good to go. Now, every day, at least once, log in, check if you have any message requests. You can just hover over your name and click on messages, and then see, hopefully a landlord will contact you, and then you have good chances to actually get the apartment offered versus if you're just looking actively by yourself. Very important, as time goes by, your request will slide down the list and slide back to page 2, 3, 4, and it will be harder for people to find you. So at least once a week, I would request, I would really recommend that you hover over your name, click under My Ads, and you update your ad. Click on the ad we were talking about. And click on Edit Request. If anything has changed, for instance, when time moves on, the move-in date might have changed, or you decide there's nothing for 800, I'm willing to pay 850 as well. Put it in there. If nothing has changed, leave it as is. That's totally fine. And click on Update. Now here, your request was updated and you're good to go. And now your listing is back up on the first position and easy for landlords to find you. Like I said, this is not the only way you should do it because there's no guarantee that really someone will contact you. But if it happens, and it's a serious request, not just a weird offer that's too good to be true and seems shady, then you have very good chances that you actually get the place. So you should definitely use this. Have landlords find you, use your online bio as your second leg to stand on next to the active search, and then you're good to go. I hope this was helpful, something that you can work with, and I see you in the next video.